Now you've played another indie game.
Yeah.
And you played an indie game that was kind of based on
It's kind of based.
It's pretty based.
It's kind of based on light and dark in a way, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, in a way. I love perspective puzzles. Like, I think it's really neat. There's a lot of back in it, like Echo Chrome and stuff like that from the day and stuff like that. So when I saw this, I was like, you know what? Yeah, this seems like it's right in my wheelhouse. I like this kind of stuff. It's called I'm assuming SCHiM. I've never heard it said out loud. And there is zero dialogue in this game. So
what if it's called skim because you're skimming on the surface?
Yeah, it very well could. So the creature the little creature that's what its name. That's what it's called. It's a SCHiM or a skim, depending on where you are. Capital SCH, lowercase I, capital
pronounced
M.
GIF. No,
GIF. Yeah.
It's Jim.
Jim.
Jim. Yeah, just Jim. So yeah, it is a sort of perspective puzzle platformer. So your little dude can only kind of exist in shadows. He is the shadow. He lives in shadows. And you get separated from your guy. Like like who you're a shadow for, you kind of get separated from him. And so that's where the story sort of is just you getting back to him. And so it'll do a flyover of the level of showing you everything that's in the level.
Okay.
And where you need to go, and then you just go about your merry old way. So your initial jump out of the shadow is a pretty good sized jump. If you don't make it to another shadow, you get one more kind of like a half a jump before it resets you to a previous bigger shadow that you were in. What would be sort of like that, it seems like it seems to favorite bigger shadows that you're in as opposed to smaller shadows. And so you can't really exist, and if you stay outside of the shadow for too long, it'll just reset you again. So it's it really is it's you constantly trying to find the best path to the next shadow to get you where you need to go, and there's some physics and mechanics that go along with that. There's where you get separated from your dude. Yeah. So you'll be in the shadow of a car, and the car will stop at a red light. So you need that car to keep going, and the light just doesn't turn naturally because it's a puzzle game. So you have to hop out, go into the shadow of the traffic light. You have an action button that you can push that activates it. So you got to activate it, and it'll turn the light green, and it'll take you, and then you have to hop back into the shadow of the car because the car's movement will drag you along with there. And you can see that puzzle right here, that box one right there where the mechanical arms go pick up a box. You're in the shadow of the box. If you just kind of stay still, it's going to grab the box and move and not take you with it, because the way the shadow sort of cascades over the lighting and stuff. So you got to sort of follow along with it while you're swimming along to get to those you're trying to get to those little platforms at the end, and those platforms at the end, when you use the action button, are springs, so they'll go down and it'll launch you into the air so you can get to the other side of the fence to land in a shadow on the other side of the fence. At one point I had to get in the shadow of a duck and make the duck quack over and over again until it made a cat move so the ducks could move on with their day.
The ducky there.
Here's the ducks right there. Sometimes you'll get into a forklift, and you have to raise the forks so you can create a longer shadow for you to get further out to the place that you need to go. It's nighttime, you take the shadow of a motorbike and you push the button that makes the horn honk, which then turns the headlight on, which gives you some
So it's more than just hopping, really. Wow.
Yeah, no, you're
I
trying
didn't even
to.
realize that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. There's a lot. The shadow. It's shadow to shadow, but there's tricks to getting to to where you need to go. There's puzzles that need to be solved to get you to your destination.
Sure.
And sometimes and it's chill. Like there's no timer. There's no death state. There's nothing. You can just kind of sit there for a minute and just sort of like take it in and kind of look and try to figure out like, okay, what's the next step? And it doesn't get particularly hard, and there's some cool uses of like interactions and stuff to make things move. Like sometimes it's just like, oh, I have to push this is a button, I have to hold down the action button to roll up this roller that will then slowly shut down, but you're trying to get a forklift through this door. And sometimes you just got to wait for the right person to come along so you can hop in their shadow and just sort of follow them along to the next tree or whatever. It's just it's great. It's a great little puzzle platformer with like I said, I love perspective puzzles. So it scratches an itch that I didn't know I had right now. So yeah, I liked it.
Excellent.
I liked it a lot.